Now, there was a vote, ladies and gentlemen, as we knew there would be yesterday. Senate voted to end a GOP filibuster. It wasn't really a filibuster, as Senator Mike Lee explained yesterday. It was a demand. It was a demand that the Democrats see if they have the votes to ram through legislation attacking your Second Amendment rights. And by the way, one of the interesting things is how the likes of John McLean argue that it is they who want more discussion and debate on these issues. John McLean, who wants to ram through immigration, John McLean doesn't understand, I suppose, that a filibuster actually extends discussion and debate. It extends deliberation. So the Senate this morning, they voted 68-31 to, quote, clear the way for debate to begin on a hugely emotional issue that has dominated headlines since the tragic December shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, writes Politico's John Bresnahan. It's a big win for Democrats because 16 Republicans crossed the aisle to even consider the gun legislation. So who are these 16 Republicans? Now keep in mind, as I discussed at some length yesterday and we've discussed before, these votes, these procedural votes, these are the votes that in many cases decide the issue. When 16 Republicans join with the Democrats to get rid of the 60-vote level and bring it down to a simple majority, they are knowingly making it easier for the Democrats to pass all kinds of gun control legislation. Whether that happens or not, we're about to find out. But these 16 Republicans, despite talking about, what are we afraid of? We're not afraid of anything. We want you guys to stand up and stop this. But they won't. So who are the 16 Republicans who voted with the Democrats to make it easier to pass all kinds of gun control legislation? As I say, whether that it works or not, we'll see. But they made it easier. They brought down the threshold. Who were they? Many of them you're going to be, well, most of them you're going to expect a couple of surprises. But I will never support any of them again. Because there's a couple here that I have supported. I will never support them again, ever. Because if they don't care about the Constitution, I don't care about them. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I've had enough. Alexander, Republican of Tennessee. Ayotte, Republican of New Hampshire. I will never support her. Burr, Republican of North Carolina, putative conservative. I will never support him. Chambliss, Republican of Georgia, a joke. Coburn, Republican Oklahoma, an oddball, quite frankly. As I said here the other day, he will be retiring. Good. There's plenty of conservatives in Oklahoma who can replace him. He's too quirky, too eccentric. They call it independent in Washington. I call it what it is. Collins of Maine. All you have to do is label something compromise or something, and she'll vote for it regardless. Corker, another Republican of Tennessee. I want you to keep something in mind. Tennessee is a fairly solid state. Your two Republicans are moderates, Alexander and Corker, and they voted with the Democrats. Flake, Republican of Arizona, a libertarian. I will never support him again. I supported him this last time. That'll never happen again. Graham, Goober Graham of South Carolina. Honestly, this guy is a disaster in so many ways. Heller, Republican Nevada. I had endorsed Heller against a Democrat in the general election. I will never support him again. Hoeven, Republican North Dakota. North Dakota, which has become a fairly solid Republican state. This guy won running away, was the governor. He voted with the Democrats. Isaacson, retiring. Absolute mealy-mouthed moron. Sorry, Senator, you are. Kirk, Republican Illinois. Kirk has always been a liberal. McCain, Republican, Arizona, ran as a conservative in the primary, didn't he, Arizona? He's a disgrace. He's buffoonish. He's a caricature of himself. Toomey, Republican of Pennsylvania, I don't give a damn if he loses in the next election or not. See, folks, the rubber has hit the road. And these guys have thrown you under the bus. And Wicker, Republican of Mississippi. So here we have a Republican of Mississippi, 2 Republicans from Tennessee, 1 Republican from South Carolina, Nevada, which is a pro-gun state. We have Heller throwing his vote with the Democrats. The 2 senators from Arizona, Flake, who is, and McLean, they throw in. Burr, Republican of North Carolina. North Carolina is now trending back conservative Republican. He throws in with the Democrats. I've had enough of all these people. All their talk, tough talk. That's all it is. They apparently don't believe liberty's on the line. They apparently don't believe the Constitution and the Bill of Rights are on the line. Well, they mean nothing to me. Zero. Now I want to tell you the Republicans who voted to support the Constitution of the United States. And 2 Democrats. Because they come from red states. Barrasso, Republican, Wyoming. Begich, Democrat, Alaska. Don't be fooled by that thug. Blunt, Republican, Missouri. Boozman, Republican, Arizona. Coates, Republican, Indiana. Cochran, Republican, Mississippi. Cornyn, Republican, Texas. Yeah, this is the honor roll today. Crapo, Republican in Idaho. Cruz, Republican, Texas. Enzi, Republican, Wyoming. Fisher, Republican, Nebraska. Grassley, Republican, Iowa. Hatch, Republican, Utah. Thank you, Senator. Inhofe, Republican, Oklahoma. Johans, Republican, Nebraska. Johnson, Republican, Wisconsin. Lee, Republican, Utah. McConnell, Republican, Kentucky. Moran, Republican, Kansas. Now, wait a minute. This doesn't work. There we go. I'm just checking. Murkowski, Republican, Alaska. My list had been messed up. Paul, Republican, Kentucky. Portman, Republican, Ohio. Pryor, Democrat, Arizona. He's fighting for his political life. Arkansas. He's fighting for his political life. Reich, Republican, Idaho. Roberts, Republican, Kansas. Rubio, Republican, Florida. Scott, Republican, South Carolina. Sessions, Republican, Alabama. Shelby, Republican, Alabama. Thune, Republican, South Dakota. Vitter, Republican, Louisiana. These 31 Republicans. These 31 Republicans today took the Constitution seriously and stood up and said, no, enough is enough. But they were whipped by 68. 68 senators, 16 of whom were Democrats. What are you sending me here, Mike? I don't even understand what your numbers are. Oh, I'm sorry. 29 Republicans, 2 Democrats. I'm sorry, that's right. 29 Republicans. That's all they could muster. 16 Republicans vote with the Democrats. 29 Republicans stand firm on the Constitution. This is our problem, folks. This is our problem. On any given issue, other than Obamacare, frankly, but on any given issue, we lose 8, 10, 12, 16 Republicans, and on almost every one of those issues, it's the same damn ones. Lindsey Graham, John McCain, Kirk, Isaacson, Alexander, Corker, Collins, Chambliss, almost always the same damn ones. I don't know why you vote for them. If I lived in any of these states with any of these goofballs, they wouldn't ever get a vote from me. I'll be right back.